wing to the right. Monkhurst and Manson. Slapped away at the second attempt there by Monkhurst. Paul Deere tries to go through the pack, was going nowhere. There's a whistle and a Victorian free. Monkhurst will get it. No, in fact, he doesn't get it. It's taken by Paul Deere, who boots down towards half forward. Longmire was on the lead. Socket off the ground back towards midfield. Young's over the ball, pushed out of it, pushed in the back. And he'll get the free kick. So Young plays on quickly across to Kerrison. Not a good kick. Michael Gale takes the defensive mark. Gets the hand pass away. Mansfield towards centre wing. Fisted away by Martin. And the ball goes out of bounds and will be thrown in. So a throw in. Down towards right half forward for the Vicks. The Bree is pushing across the ground then. Paul Deere wins it wide of the pack. Nichols dragged away from the ball. Stevens scrambles it. Ramiro's got it now. Back towards the 50-metre line. Mansfield had it elude him. Standing kick out of defence by McPherson. And the mark is taken by Golding according to the book. But that's not Golding out there.
Ball booted up by Clayton to half forward. Strong tackle by Gary Ayres. And the ball spills free. Langford a long way from goal. Has to get rid of it quickly. Nichols, a strong tackle on him for holding the ball. And the Tasmanians don't like that.
He may have been a bit unlucky there, Pete, because I thought that tackle from Chris Langford was over the shoulder.
Langford kicks to half forward. Chance down there for Wallace. Atkins dives it on top of it. His Footscray teammate. And it will be a bounce at half forward for Victoria. No score yet in the State of Origin game. No one can get it away from the pack either. There must be about 20 players around it. And we'll see another bounce from umpire Sheehan.
Having a look at the Victorian lineup, Peter, there's just 2 players on the forward line. And they are using 4 players across the centre. So they obviously feel it's very important to win the ball down there quickly.
Paul Deere did win it down quickly. Allison from left half forward could be the first score of the game. And in fact it is to Victoria, but it's one behind. So a point to the Vicks. No wind advantage here at the North Hobart Oval. Huddle being played. Now they scatter. And a strong mark down there by Alistair Lynch. Could be a good day for him. Conditions made for the big man here this afternoon. Ground in absolutely ideal condition. And there's a good mark taken by McCarthy. Chance for Tasmania now as they go into attack through Brett Stevens up towards half forward, but Langford in the road again. His second possession of the afternoon.
In the back pocket, goes out wide. Wright's got it. Away to Ayres, hard against the boundary line. Kicks towards centre wing. Paul Deere, good football back to Wright. Down towards half forward goes the kick, and the strong mark is taken in front by Toohey. Wants to play on and does so immediately. Intended for Longmire. Knocked away by Lynch. Atkins has got it. Nicely done. Wright, he's at centre half back and in trouble. The hand pass not a particularly good one. Lynch goes off the ground. Out towards centre wing. Pritchard, the skipper today, gets the kick through centre wing towards half forward. Ayres is in front. Does well. Playing the mark. Not played. Wright. Free kick is going Tasmania's way. And it will be taken by Paul Hudson. He goes in short, uses the ball superbly. And this is Michael Stiles. He'll kick from just outside what are 40-metre lines here. In fact, that's Colin Alexander, wearing number 23. Oh, this is fun. Alexander kicks, and kicks truly. First goal of the game.
Hurst into the head of Byers.
Byers on right centre wing. Doesn't get too much distance with the kick. Oh, McCarthy. Great grab. Fine mark in front of Martin. 2 North Melbourne players. Centering kick. Inside 40. Manson. Great mark.
A beautiful lead there by James Manson. And McCarthy is capable of delivering the ball to perfection, which he did on that occasion, but a strong lead, an aggressive lead by James Manson. Good to see. Look at that in replay. A great grab in between the 2 Victorian players. It's going to be a way to play on the forward line too. Plenty of movement.
He'll be kicking from right on 40 metres. As Dennis mentioned earlier, the line's 40 metres out, not 50, so the distance won't be a problem. And he gets it. Manson and Alexander, the goal kickers for Tasmania.
Yes, and James Manson started the game in the ruck, but he is now down in the forward pocket. It's also for Victoria. Peter Foster has gone down to the back pocket, and Michael Martin is playing at centre half back on his North Melbourne teammate McCarthy.
Tasmania lead by 11 points, and they work it away from the centre again. Clayton gave it to Atkins. The mark is taken by Fell, about 40 metres out from goal. So Tassie looking very good at the present time, working it well out of the centre.
Good tactics also, Dennis, because really I think Manson's propped it full forward and Shane Fell's moved out to the pocket, and that's taken Chris Langford away from the action.
He's kicked 25 goals this season for the Swans. Kicks from about 42 metres out. Strong kick. It's another goal.
The arm guard very similar to one worn by Peter Dean from Carlton. And they have been passed by the umpires. Tasmania again. Mansfield once more. Kicking to half forward. Langford backing up well. Off the edge of the square, and the Hawthorn fullback goes long up towards half forward. Good bump by Gale. Spearman rides his opponent into the turf and has given away a free kick. It'll be taken by Tui.
Well played by Tui too. He knew he was about to be tackled. As Alexander's off the ground, he's been replaced by Darren Davies, the Footscray player.
Davies wearing number 29. He was listed as 19. Is that Victoria's first goal? Judging by the public library sound up there, it is. Jose Romero there on the left has played well so far in the opening term. 8 minutes left in this quarter. Monkhurst, no opposition in the ruck, but he can't take a clean possession. Chance for Tasmania again. Gale takes the hand pass at half forward. McCarthy almost the mark. Langford, another clearing dash. Kicks to position well at midfield. Romero, as I said, playing well. Centering kick from him up towards full forward. Tried to find Longmire. Couldn't do so. The Tasmanian defence working well and working overtime. And the ball comes out to Hudson. The hand pass from McPherson. Tasmania looking good at the moment. Manson. Oh, the ball very close to the boundary line, but picked up by Clayton. Centering kick from him at a mark. Fell. He's kicked 1-1 so far.
Well, the defenders there for Victoria. Peter Foster thought he had the mark, but safety first it must be. Brendan Gale onto the ground for Tasmania.
Good mark.
Stephen Byers off.
Who to? I would have thought Foster's.
Was it Clayton's mark there?
They're all out there.
Tui as well. Fell from 50 metres. Kicks his second.
Well, there's no doubt that was deliberate also, as John Kennedy's kick a little bit earlier in the quarter.
Right half forward for Victoria. Manson in front. To all Tasmania. Clayton up towards Barwick. Barwick trying for the 50-metre penalty. Umpires having none of that. Barwick kicks long. Almost a good mark to Gale. Brendan Gale couldn't quite grab it. Monkhurst on the bottom of the pack. Wright breaks away from it first. He'll be keen to go for the boundary. Gets taken high, and he'll get the free kick.
It's bad tackle there by Shane Fell. Stevie right over the ball. He only had to grab the Guernsey.
Kicks to Monkhurst. Nearly took the mark, and then kicks it out of bounds promptly. So the Vic's under a lot of pressure, and the free kick will be taken by Graham Wright, who passes well. Barwick, and I tell you what, he could just about kick this.
Well, it'll only be about 55 metres out, Pete, so not without a chance, Doug Barwick.
He'll certainly be trying. Oh, what a roost! Look at the kick! A magnificent kick! That is how to kick a football. And the Vics badly need one. Wigney and Stevens contest. Won by Wigney. A chance for Lyon. A snapshot. And that's not bad. It's going pretty close. And all clear. So Ross Lyon putting through Victoria's second goal, their first for this quarter. Lyon, who started on the bench, bringing up goal number 2.
Yes, very good competitor Rossi Lyon. As we have a look at that, the bounce down, great skills Ross Lyon, and he's got the courage to go with it. Steve McPherson coming off the ground a little bit proppy, and he's being replaced by Brendan Gale. But Rossi Lyon there to add a bit of fire on that Victorian half-forward line.
Well, going through brilliantly was McCarthy. Up towards half-forward. Alexander can't quite gather it in near the 40-metre line, and it's out of bounds. Good crowd today, probably round about the 20,000 mark. Locals tell us the ground doesn't hold too much more than that. Byers and Monkhurst. Plenty of Victorian players at the fall of the ball, but it's Atkins who wins out. He's been playing well. On to Hudson. Has he kicked it like his father? He has. 4 points.
Barwick in the wars again.
He's really throwing himself in at the moment, Doug Barwick, and the Tasmanians inspired at the moment, playing great football.
Monkhurst, away to Kerrison. In trouble. Liberatore has it. Smothered brilliantly by Mansfield. Pritchard pushed in the back as he kicked. He should have got a free kick. Here's to Bauer. Bauer scrambles it forward, half smothered by Nichols. Wigney could have almost got a free for a push in the back. Meantime, Atkins to Clayton. Michael Gale's in trouble. Headed forward there by Lyon as Clayton hit it straight at him. Wigney an opportunity now. Runs inside 40 to Ramiro. Closing on goal. Over the top in the square, Longmire. So Victoria get their third. They're 3-6, Tasmania 6-7.
A little bit of a mix-up by the Tasmanians at the centre of the ground. They looked as if they were out of trouble, and then a couple of poor hand passes allowed the Victorians in. And it's the first time that they've been able to get any system into their forward setup. And John Longmire there on the end of the hand pass. It made it very easy for him and very difficult for the Tasmanian defenders.
Longmire's first goal and Victoria's third. Manson taps out of the centre. Again, though, it's a Tasmanian ball. Scotty Clayton up to half-forward. Fisted away by Gale. Davies pounces on it pretty quickly. Barwick up. Chance for Alexander to kick his second. And that looks pretty good, or has he just missed? It's there. It's going to be a Victorian ball. Liberatore, there's a wrestle behind play. And the ball is kicked up to Ross Lyon, one of Victoria's goal kickers. Lyon right on the wing. Kicks to half-forward, doesn't bounce kindly for Spearman. Out comes Ramiro. Ramiro with the centering kick, looks for Longmire. Can't mark it. Here's a chance for Appleson. He chips it in short, and Kerrison's off, and kicks a goal. He's hit the post. Correction, it is a goal. So Shane Kerrison putting through a valuable goal for Victoria. 7-7 Tasmania, 4-6 the Vics, 19 points the difference.
Well, they're getting back into it slowly, Victoria. I don't think they deserve to be there. There's a lucky bounce there for Allison. A clever kick. Saw Kerrison in the goal square, didn't worry about blazing away. So the Victorians only 19 points down at the moment.
Back in the middle. Barwick off the ground. Wade is on. This is Wright in trouble. Atkins. Pushed in the back, not according to the umpire. Liberatore down towards half-forward. Bad bounce for Tui. That was bad luck. Ramiro has been lively on the forward line. Left the ball behind that time. Tui with courage dives on top of it. Condon couldn't do anything with it. It's a real scramble. It's a push in the back to Victoria. Well, for effort, I guess, Bernard Tui, because he went once and then came back into the fray. This kick will be taken from just outside the 40-metre line. So Victoria doing well with the free kick so far. Quarter time they led by 5 in that category. 13-8. Here's Tui. Good looking kick. That's a beauty. Goal to Victoria, so they're coming back.
Tui second. He started on the bench. David Parkin swinging the changes pretty rapidly at the moment. And the Vics gradually clawing their way back into the game. Oh, Atkins put out a boot, not very scientific. Ayres off the ground. Up to half-forward. Lyon. A good tackle. chance for Ramiro. And Ramiro shoots at goal, and that looks pretty good. Victoria coming closer. It's 4 points. Brendan Gale again with Monkhurst. Monkhurst wins it. Kennedy lopes after it. Into Hudson. Ayres taking the hand pass from Condon. Whitney. Short pass, tries for Bauer, and he almost hung on to it. You get a free kick though for a push in the back from umpire Sheehan. 60 metres from goal, clock ticking down to half time, 42 seconds left, so a chance for a Victorian score. They could be in front. Is that a mark? The umpire says no to Paul Deere. Picked up by Ramiro. Oh, and that's not a bad sort of a kick for a goal. Sensational stuff, and that's his second.
Well, that's an amazing kick from the boundary line to put Victoria in front. Jose Ramiro being very inaccurate. He kicked 3 behinds before he kicked his first goal. There's a tackle from Alistair Lynch, and Ramiro didn't even have a look where the goals were, just dropped it onto his boot.
To 7-11, Langford, 15.5 minutes left in the third quarter. Langford again to the outer side. Opportunity for Tasmania, picked up by Noonan after Foster missed the mark. Ayres tracks it, fell. Snapshot for goal by Clayton. And that's a mark taken by Alexander.
Fantastic mark.
There's brilliant tumbling mark there by Alexander.
Alexander the Great indeed.
There shouldn't be any problems with... Well, was it a mark?
Gee.
It seemed to slip through there.
Yes.
With that replay.
Well, John Kennedy was paid a doubtful one at the other end, but it's not how many, but where they are, and he shouldn't miss this for his third goal, and he gets it. 3 goals to Alexander, and Tasmania once again in front, but only by 3 points.
Yes, he's been very busy on the forward line. Let's have a look at that mark again. Falling backwards. Just about takes it on the chest, and there it is. Ooh. Hitting the ground. And I think he may have been fortunate to have been paid that mark, as was Fell earlier when it appeared to be that Peter Foster had his hands to the ball and Fell was second on the scene.
3 goals to Alexander. Tasmania by 3 points. 14.5 minutes left in the term. Monkhurst spins out, was nearly tripped up, dispossessed well by Pritchard. Excellent play. Pritchard up to half forward. Manson almost looks for a free kick. It's going the other way, and it'll be taken by Peter Foster at the centre half back position.
Not much doubt about that. Foster then 50 over the year and now gets 50.
Well, that's should have been 2, because Alexander just held the ball up. He knew where the free kick was and was just stalling for time.
Peter Foster, recently turned 30, finds himself at centre half forward now. Slightly bloodied nose, goes for distance. Long kick. What's the umpire doing? It's another 50, is it?
Yes, because Manson ran over the mark.
Well, that's very undisciplined football by Manson.
3 metres over the mark, in fact, James Manson.
He was steamed up about the initial 50. Went down the ground barking at the umpire. And then came over the mark. So suddenly, a mere formality. Back-to-back 50s, and Peter Foster gets the goal.
A couple of Victorian players hot on his tail.
Yeah. Members side, poor kick. The mark is taken by Michael Gale. Gale. And suggest too far out to score. He thinks not. He's taking his time. Shakes off at least one suggestion of a lead. A baseball catcher. Now he goes in short. The mark is taken by Wright, in a lot of space. He's about, I suppose, 15 metres closer to goal and will kick from about 50. If he gets onto a torpedo, well, he's going for the drop punt.
Same position that Doug Barr would kick from, Dennis.
He can kick it a long way, right? This one's not bad. It's a beautiful kick. Splits the middle. Tasmania back in front. 9-9 to 8-12.
Ball kick out there from Barry Young, setting that up for the Tasmanians. He hit Michael Gale right on the chest, and that's a good kick from Graham Wright, about 50 metres out. Could have travelled about 60. with the drop punt. So the Tasmanians putting up a very good effort in this second half.
Free kick out of the centre going Victoria's way to Monkhurst. 3 points the difference. Monkhurst out of the centre. Great leap by Wigney. Tui. One behind.
It's 2 goals 5, Peter, to Bernard Tui. He's been the best Victorian forward, but he just hasn't been able to get the goals on the board. 3 behinds also in this quarter.
9-9 to 8-13. So the other footballers finally come back. The one that was kicked out of the stand by Foster after those 2 consecutive 50-metre penalties. They're honest down here. Not that any suggestion they weren't. Pritchard. Manson. He decides to play on. Kicks up to full forward. Fell. Great mark. And well within kicking distance inside 40.
Oh, that was a one-hander to Shane Fell.
Well, you didn't agree with one mark he had earlier, Bernie. No disputing this one.
Can't argue about that one. It was good use of the body. Was able to hold Chris Langford out of position.
Shane Fell for his 3rd goal. No mistaking that one. 3 goals to Fell. Tasmania goes further ahead. 10-9, 69 to 8-13, 60.
He's going to full forward also. He's played a bit there too.
Gale taps over the top. Trent Nichols nearly got dragged down by Ramiro, but got his kick in up the half forward. Hudson on a lead in front of Kennedy. Having a good duel, those 2 Hawthorn teammates. Barwick just back onto the ground and Mark, strong stuff.
That's a great mark too by Duck Barwick. The good thing about Duck Barwick, he leads all the time aggressively at the ball. He did play centre half forward when he played over here in Tasmania. Look at that in replay. There's a lot of pressure applied there by Chris Langford.
Now Barwick, the identical position that he scored that magnificent goal with a torpedo in the first quarter.
He'll be slightly closer, I think, here, Pete, so I don't think there's any worry with the distance.
About 43 metres out from goal. Not a torpedo this time, but the result's the same. Two goals to Duck Barwick. That one coming, Bernie, at a very handy time.
Well, it is. This is a good lead now by Tasmania. 14 points coming up with only a couple of minutes remaining in this 3rd quarter. That's a strong, aggressive mark by Duck Barwick. As we have a look at his kicking action from 45 metres out, he just sneaks that in. But a very important goal for Tasmania.
14 points the difference. Spearman drops a mark. Stevens, relieving kick towards centre wing. Gale, Michael Gale, outstanding mark. Pritchard, it's been a wonderful game. Kennedy got to the back of Hudson. Hudson to take the free kick. Everything is falling into place now for Tasmania. They lead 76-62, and once more Victoria, after clawing their way back into this game in the 2nd term, have the job in front of them. Hudson, he's been most impressive this afternoon. Bad. It's a set forward. He spent a few minutes in defence early, generally on the forward line. Paul Hudson will take a good kick from here. He kicks from about 55. That is a very good kick. Has it got the carry? Doesn't matter. The mark has been taken a couple of metres out down there by Brendan Gale.
Well, Monkhurst was in front there, and he was really moved out of position far too easily. Look at this. He just leans forward. Gale hardly put any pressure on him, and Monkhurst should have been able to hold his ground.
So the Gales, 2 fine marks, result in a goal. Could it be history in the making? Tasmania 12-10, Victoria 8-14. Gale into the legs of Monkhurst. Ayres gets the hand pass towards half forward. Longmire couldn't control it. White scrambles at some 15 metres. Liberatore's over the ball. Holding the ball. Quick whistle there.
Oh, that was tough, wasn't it?
Lightning. Pritchard from right half forward. Long down towards the kickoff line. Langford, the fist. Only as far as McCarthy. Pulls it across his body. What a great start for Tasmania.
shown by players of both sides. And becoming quite dark here at the North Hobart Oval. Monkhurst. Atkins. Actually lost that hit out to Gale, who runs straight into an opponent. Now to Pritchard. And what a game he's played. Real terrier-like performance. Up towards full forward. That's a mark to McCarthy.
As I said, Pete, he is capable of anything, John McCarthy.
And yes, and you added spasmodic, Bernie, because I've seen him play some pretty ordinary games at North. And also set on the spectacular. Well,
he has been too. He doesn't tend to work on the defensive side of his game very hard.
Having a word to Michael Martin on the mark.
He's kicked a goal.
Cleverly through the pack. Nichols has the run of it alongside the centre circle. Wright goes in after the ball now, trying to knock it Tasmania's way. Did it well too. Atkins keeps it going. Strong tackle there on Gallagher. Eventually Victoria work it forward, and the mark is taken by Kennedy. Kennedy in front of Hudson. Too far out to score. Little chip pass to Lyon, who can score from here.
And do they need a goal? Lyon will kick right on 40 metres. 18 minutes left in the quarter, so if Victoria is good enough, the Vicks can still get up to win. Goal umpire moves across marginally and indicates full points. So Lyon's second goal, and as I said, a badly needed one as Liberatore comes in to congratulate again to kick in. It's almost a rotational basis down there. The kicking in. Wade's done it a few times. That's a great mark to Bauer in front of Gale. He'll play on quickly. A short pass, and Liberatore marking just outside 40 in front of Graham Wright. So close to kicking this. Monkhurst. A goal!
Great kick.
What a kick. Monkhurst got two hands to it, but obviously Bernie over the line.
Yes, well, Monkhurst, yeah, obviously, Pete. A good kick by Tony Liberatore. Have a look at this in replay. Ooh, very close, wasn't it? Very close indeed. It even looked from that angle as if he touched it before it went over the line.
Only 20 points the difference now. Can the Vicks come back? Liberatore's goal has given them some hope. Down to half forward. Ross Lyon again. Centering kick. Not a good one this time. And Tasmania through Scott Wade get out of danger.
Longmire takes the mark and runs on. Long kick. They'll contest well inside the 40. Tui in front. Claiming a free kick. Not forthcoming. Wade's in trouble. Tui a second opportunity. Liberatore in trouble. Atkins had him. They tie it up about 30 metres out from Victoria's attacking goal. So the Vicks throwing everything at the Tasmanians now. They trail 10-16 to 14-12. Just over 13 minutes remaining. Here's the bounce. Monkhurst and Gale. One down by the former. Pritchard in the grasp. Ayres from 35 metres sprays it. And Lynch. Great mark. Despairing dive to take that one to Noonan. Noonan smothered off the boot well by Tui. Tui held without it. He'll get the free kick. Bernard Tui, inspired stuff. This is Allison weaving his way through. Kicks from 40 metres out. Close. Monkhurst goes back, and this time he's marked it inside the field of play. Maybe last time too, watching the replay.
Well, really, Tasmania messed that up completely out of the back line. Tremendous play by Lynch.
Monkhurst gets the goal. Great smother by Bernard Tui, making something out of nothing. Tasmania 14-12, and the Victorians coming again. They're 11-16, just over 12 minutes remaining, so still plenty of time. The margin is 14 points now.
As Noonan really just took far too long to get rid of that ball, allowing Tui in to smother it off the boot, and then Allison with that long kick into the goal square, setting it up for Monkhurst.
14 minutes or 14 points left in the game. This is Trent Nichols on a Graham Wright. A goal here for Tassie could just about seal it for them. Gale on the run, shoots, looks pretty good. The crowd likes it, and so does the goal umpire. And what a reply. Just what the doctor ordered. Michael Gale's first goal. His brother's already got one, so they've tied that score at least.
It's just when the Vicks were looking dangerous. So very important to get the ball out of the middle, which the Tasmanians did on that occasion. Michael Gale, who's played a great game, he's been good supporting his teammates. On that occasion, the players were in trouble with the handball. And Michael Gale kicked his first goal running down to take the pressure off his teammates.
And once again, the difference is 20 points. Just under 12 minutes left in this match. Lyon overrunning the ball. Up the half forward, right again. Went for the little kick off the ground. Here's a chance for Alexander. The kick is smothered. Snapshot by McCarthy. He's kicked 2 in the last quarter already. Make it 3.
So the margin out to 26 points again, and the Tasmanians, when it looked as if the Vicks were coming home with a wet sail, have answered the challenge with 2 very quick goals. And John McCarthy, the player, as we said earlier in the quarter, capable of anything, with 3 goals, 3 very important goals in this last quarter.
So the hallmark of a very good combination. St Kilda, or rather Tasmania, challenged. This is Kerrison towards half forward. Romero. Allison left it behind. Paul Deer's kick gains about 25 metres. Noonan, hand pass was smothered. Liberatore to Lyon. He's inside 40 with some time. He kicks and kicks truly. So the Victorians come back. Well, a quarter of fluctuating fortunes. Victoria 12-16, Tasmania 16-12.
Well, Noonan making the mistake again there, as he took a very good, courageous mark, but he didn't know who was around him. There was no reason to play on. He should have held up the play there. He messed up that last one where the ball was smothered off his boot by Tui. So 2 mistakes by Noonan have really allowed the Vicks in and still given them some sort of chance.
So the margin is 20 points. It was 14 points with 12 minutes to go. Tasmania, 2 quick goals. McCarthy got one of them. He sends them forward again. A couple of big leaps down there. Behind the pack, knocked on by Gale to Alexander. And Alexander snaps for a goal. Well, a spate of goals. They're coming at both ends. And that's not good enough as far as Victoria are concerned. They can't trade goals with Tasmania, who skip away again, 114 to 88.
Yes, Alexander, his 4th goal. A big pack of players fly. And really, they've had the better small men on the day, the Tasmanians. Alexander again roving superbly. 4 goals, 1. Good performance by him.
10.5 minutes left in the game. Can the Vicks come back? Tasmania finishing full of fire. Manson hits down. Atkins, they're getting it out of the centre again. McCarthy away from Langford. Kicks inside 40. Hudson. Left foot snap. Is it another one? It is! It's raining goals. Paul Hudson has virtually sealed the match for Tassie. 18-12. What an overture to 12-16.
Yes, I don't think they can come back now, the Victorians. It's been a 6-goal quarter already by the Tasmanians. Superbly moved out of the centre of the ground. McCarthy's had a superb final quarter. Not a good kick off the boot, but that's an excellent snap by Hudson on the left boot. The Tasmanians full of running now.
Hudson's 2nd goal, and the Vicks really have the job ahead of them now as Manson punches out. Kicked up by Lyon. He's been one of Victoria's best players. Paul Deer gives the hand pass back to Lyon. What can he do with it? Goes direct inside the 40-metre mark. Strong mark to Tui, who has kicked 2 goals. What, Bernie? Now 2-6 or 2-7?
2-6 he's kicked, Peter.
Played well, but the statistic we just gave you has probably let him down a little in the finishing off department. And this time, the kick is true. Tui's 3rd goal, so plenty of goals coming in the final quarter. Look at Ted.
He's not too happy. I don't think David Parker would be too happy about coaching a losing side here in Tasmania either. When was it? The last time they lost a game here was 1937. So I don't think it'd be too good going back into Victoria as the losing coach. Bernard Tui, not a bad performance, been by far the best Victorian forward.
11 goals between them in this final term. McCarthy thumping it towards centre half forward. Young's over the ball. Noonan does brilliantly. Alexander to Nichols from 35 metres out. Don't tell me. Oh, that's another one. Well, if you had the clock on the last, dozen goals, certainly the last 10, they've come in the space of probably less than 10 minutes.
Well, it's been a superb performance, hasn't it, by Tasmania? It even looked like a throw from Barry Young. He flicked that out the back there. And ending up with Nichols for a good running goal. And they've been the players that have been prepared to run and support and really outpaced Victoria around the packs.
10 players from Tasmania Dinners have kicked goals.
Great effort by them, because when they've been challenged, they really have responded. Monkhurst got it down. Gale stood his ground. Hand passes away. Stevens. It's very gloomy now at North Hobart. Hudson lunging hand pass away. Noonan from about 60 metres out, long towards full forward. From behind Barwick. Didn't take the mark, but applied the tackle. Down went right, and again. McCarthy coming over the top. And Martin goes in and pushes McCarthy away. So a bit of feeling, a bit of frustration for the Victorians. No doubt now they've lost this. 8:20 with the clock running, remaining in this game. Victoria get the free. Right, hard against the behind post. Around the outer side. Ayres is in front. Manson comes over the top, and the ball's jarred out of bounds.
It's been a good move with Manson in the ruck in this final quarter too. He's won just about every centre square knockout.
Boundary throw in, left half forward flank of Tasmania. Manson and Monkhurst. Won by Monkhurst. Clayton, vice captain for Tasmania. Hudson in the pack there. Barwick's there. Hudson wins out. Snapshot. Oh, don't tell me he's kicked that. Ha, what a goal.
When we hear the final siren. One down by Gale. Picked up by Nichols. Atkins again. Great hand pass. Spearman to Noonan. Wright couldn't control it. Young charging up through the middle. Finds Allison. Allison tripped over on centre wing. Back to Kennedy. Kennedy's hand pass finds support. Lyon. Allison stabs it low, very low. Langford's got it now. Feigns the hand pass. Gives it back to Lyon. Lyon in trouble. Gets the kick off, and it clears the two men jostling in the square. It's a goal. Dominant influence on this game in the final term. Away to Clayton. Goes over the top to Wade. Wade's been handy. Kick towards centre wing. Langford, sensing the danger, drifting across. Takes the mark. There's the siren. There's the gloom. There's the elation. 2014 Tasmania have eclipsed Victoria 14-17. So the Vics came looking for salvation.